Well, hello, friends, and welcome back to another episode of The Sesh. Um, Thank you for joining me if you are watching this episode of The Sesh. I hope everybody's enjoying their day. Uh, Sorry. On today's episode of The Sesh, man, I just want to talk about goals, aspirations, dreams, achievements, um, whatever you want to call them. So what brought me to this episode is this last week, I've been a smidge blessed. It started with I won a random $20 gift card to Amazon for my job. $20 gift card. Oh, it's only $20. Well, that's a $20 gift card to Amazon, man, that I didn't do anything for. I don't even know how I won it. I think it was just a random drawing. I was one of the 5 people that won one. So that was sweet. And then Miracle Herb donates to my PayPal. So thank you, Miracle Herb. I was going to email you back that night, but it was late, and I was tired, and I work on a computer all day, and I had to do some things on a computer that night, which is how I saw the notification that you did in my emails. But I did get your email, and I emailed you back, so, that's cool. So thank you for that. And then I may or may not have a job opportunity to work in a medical marijuana dispensary. You know what I mean? Which is pretty fucking dope. Just as like a cashier, whatever you want to call it. Not a cashier. It's a patient coordinator. But that's what this episode of The Sesh will revolve around, is that. And dreams, because that's kind of a dream of mine, is to work in a dispensary, and we'll get into it. So anybody that's been any kind of viewer to this channel, whether it's long-term, short-term, mid-term, you just saw me yesterday, I'm sure you can tell that I smoke weed, and I'm an advocate of weed. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. I feel like if I never found weed, I probably would have went to other drugs. People say weed's a gateway drug. I don't think that's true at all. If anything, weed's kind of kept me off of other drugs. Pills and a lot of booze and, a lot of stuff like that is prevalent in my area of residency. So, I feel like weed kind of kept me off that shit. And I was just like, I found weed. This is like all I need. I'm good. Do I drink occasionally? Sure. You know what I mean? No problems. Have I popped a couple painkillers every now and then? Sure. No problem. You know what I mean? Have I done some hallucinogenics? Sure. No problem. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean I'm like a fucking junkie or I'm a druggie. You know what I mean? So anyways, but I live in Pennsylvania, so back when I was like a teenager, the thought of medicinal marijuana wasn't even, it was like scoffed at, really. 15, 20 years ago, it was scoffed at. Or else I probably, I'm so tired, dude. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to yawn. Or else I probably would have tried to go to college for like hospitality or maybe even chemistry, because then, you could like make the extracts and shit, the cannabis extracts. If you're a chemist, I'm not a chemist. I don't know why you need a chemistry degree to do that. But it is what it is. Dude, I don't know why, As soon as I sat down to do this video, I just started yawning. Like, how ridiculous. How ridiculous. But anyways. So, for a long time, I've been like, yo, it would be so great to work at a dispensary or a grow house or something. You know, not just because I enjoy weed myself, but it's like, you know, somebody like me, like, I don't belong in a factory or warehouse. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't. Like, could I do the work? Sure. You know what I mean? But I don't belong there. It doesn't fulfill my soul. You know, could I be an electrician or a plumber? Sure. Could I probably do it really good once I learned? Yeah, probably. Probably be the best damn electrician this side of northeastern Pennsylvania. But I don't give a fuck about that. I could just care less. It would just be a paycheck. You know, and if you're only going to work for a paycheck, well, you got a fucking issue. Because you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be happy. Deep down, you won't be happy. You'll be happy once a week or once every 2 weeks when you get your paycheck. That's when you'll be happy. That's when you'll be happy. And then once it's gone, you're not happy again. You know, been there, done that a lot. And it's a shitty feeling. You just feel like you're going with the motions. You don't really care. You know, like, you know, the job I'm working at now, I'm servicing student loan debt. I don't even think there should be student loan debt. You think I belong there? You know what I mean? No, I don't belong there. You know, so, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, for a very long time I wanted to work in the marijuana industry. I took 2 different courses. One was like a seminar through this place, Hemp Staff. I did that in Philly, and I can't find my other certificate, but which I'm kind of mad about. I don't know where the fuck it went. I'm like looking for it, so I don't know where it went. But I have another certificate from Lackawanna College. They had this little side program for cannabis business, and I did that, and I got my certificate in that. You know, which it wasn't like super hard, but you know, you had to pay some money. So I've spent money to try to get into this field because I don't have all the proper experience. I don't have, you know, all the knowledge in the world. I haven't lived in a legal state or anything, you know what I mean? So never obviously really worked with it hands-on and stuff. So plus my resume is not the greatest. I have a shoddy job history, which ties into what I said before. I just never belonged at any of these places. And eventually it caught up to me and I'd leave or I'd get fired or whatever and on to the next job and the same shit would happen over again. So, fuck, dude. Like, as soon as I sat down to do this video, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so I did that, and then, you know, I found out because I had a previous misdemeanor for some marijuana possession, I had to get that expunged, or else I'd never be able to work in the medical marijuana industry. So luckily for me, right around that time, the governor of where I live was like, yo, petty weed crimes, we're getting those expunged. Fill out this paperwork. Went online, filled out the paperwork. Took a long ass time because of COVID, but a year and a half later, I got my governor's pardon. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So there you go. So I got my governor's pardon, got my record cleared. So I was like, all right, now I can start applying to places legitimately, you know? So that's what I did. But my whole thing is that a while ago, I can't remember who said it, I can't remember where I saw it, but I was listening to this motivational speech. And I don't really want to say it was a motivational speech. It was just somebody that was successful being like, yo, this is how I kind of did it at an older age, you know. So when you're young, so just to paraphrase, he said, you know, we all have dreams when we're young, and that's really the time to go after them because you don't have as many priorities, you don't have as many bills, you don't have a family, you don't have kids, you know. So, and you have all this energy to go out and do that shit, you know. But as you get older, priorities kick in. You might have a family. Shit might happen. You might have to start taking care of somebody. You know, a lot of things can happen as you get older, and you kind of lose track of your dream or your goal that you wanted to accomplish when you were younger, and you look back and you're like, shit, you know. So what he was saying was, essentially, keep your dreams on the back burner, right? Keep them there. Keep them simmering. Add water when you need to. Just keep them hot. Keep them alive. You know what I mean? And then go about your daily life. Handle your priorities. Handle your kids' practices and appointments and your own appointments and your adulting and all that stuff. Do what you got to do so you can survive now. You know, because what good is your dream if you just can't survive now? But every chance you get, do a little something towards your dream. Always keep the dream or your goal in the back of your mind. Whatever you do, do it with your goal or dream in mind. And eventually, it might catch, you know, and it might happen later than you thought or later than you might have wanted, but it's better than never. You know, and I feel like a lot of people, once they hit a certain age, they kind of just, that ship sailed. It's gone. Nothing I can do about it now. I got, you know, work and family and what, you know. But it's like if you could put aside an extra hour a week throughout the week, it doesn't even have to be, you know, in one day or a half hour a day to work on whatever you're doing. If you're a producer, make beats. If you're a lyricist, write some shit. If you're, you know, making YouTube videos, make a couple YouTube videos. Learn how to run a program better. All this stuff, you know. And eventually you'll gain all that knowledge. And it might not be quick. It might not be overnight. It might not be, you know, but you'll get there. And then you'll be able to do what you want to do. So that's kind of the mindset I kept on this medical dispensary job. So I was like, yo, I know right now I can't. You know what I mean? But what could I do to try to get there? So I took a medical billing and coding class that was offered to me through the state because I was on unemployment at the time. And I was like, all right, sweet, I'll do this. At least it's medical billing and coding. I'll learn something about medical stuff. You know, and it'll help get me a job in the time being, you know. But at least I'll learn some medical terminology. I'll learn some illnesses. I'll learn, you know, some shit that may be able to be applied at a medical dispensary. Somebody comes in and they're like, yo, man, I got fucking gastrodysplasia, which isn't even a real thing, I don't think. But, you know, like, you know, they have something and you know what it is because you know the medical terminology, you'll be like, all right, let me help you. You know what I mean? Then I started working at a drug and alcohol counseling center as a biller, you know, but it's drugs and alcohol counseling center. So I was around counselors. I was able to talk to them. You know, I couldn't get too much information, obviously, because of HIPAA and stuff, but you know, they would tell me, hey, a lot of these people have their medical marijuana cards. They say it helps, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? You know, I would talk to a couple of the clients outside if I saw them, just briefly, hey, what's up, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. You know, And then, just getting my record pardoned, for something as stupid as minor medical marijuana possession. Something so stupid, but I had to do it, so I did. And now I'm here, so like I did all of that stuff, took the seminars. By the way, Bootio's wallet, I've had this shit for a few years. It's like the best wallet in the world. I'm just saying. Oh, this is the back. New day. Anyways, so I did all that stuff. Medical billing and coding certificate. And the other courses I was going to take that fell through, I also had it in the back of my mind, like Microsoft Office programs, or I think there was a business management one, but you ended up needing like so many years of experience or a degree, and I had both, and I had neither. So, I kept it in the back of my mind, and everything I did, I was just like, what can I do to just help? That's why I took the seminars, that's why, I did all that stuff. And hopefully it'll pay off. I'm hoping soon. That'd be great. I'd be super happy, super pumped. Because, a lot of people said, oh, it'll never happen. Especially, like I said, like 15 years ago. It was like people were scoffing at the idea. But I was like, nah, man, someday I might. It might happen someday. You'll see. You'll see. Here I am now. So, and then it just goes into a lot of shit, like just goals and dreams. Like you need to keep something, like, and you should never give up on them, ever. I don't care if you're 80 years old, still trying to keep trying. Fuck it. What do you got to lose? It's not anybody else's life to live but yours. So just be happy and do what makes you happy. And if chasing your dream makes you happy and you're 77 years old, then do it. You know what I mean? Like who is anybody to tell you not to? Like the only reason why people say don't is because they tried and failed, or they never tried, which in return means they failed. So it's only failures that tell you not to do it. It's only people that have failed. You know what I mean? And if you only listen to those people, you're only gonna fail. You know what I mean? Like, you can't score if you never shoot. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have a 0% chance of achieving your goals if you never attempt them. Whereas you have a 5% chance if you actually go and attempt them. I like the 5% chance better. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just my optimistic ways, but that's just the way I look at it. It is what it is. So if you have something that you want to do, people are like, nah, man, that's stupid, or blah blah blah. I don't think it'll ever happen, or I don't know, man. Maybe you should look into this anyways. Tell them to go fuck themselves and live your life. You know what I mean? And do what you want to do that makes you happy. What good is life if you're not happy? And what good is happy if you can't enjoy life? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you spend half of your day at work. So if you hate your job, you're literally upset half of your waking hours. Is that any way to live? You know what I mean? Is that any way to live? I don't think so. Absolutely not. So, not saying that if you do, you're a bad person. Everybody's got to do what they got to do. But that's what I'm saying. Keep your dreams alive. Keep that shit alive. Side note, I've been on a mission to try to lose some weight. I was right around 230 pounds near the end of 2019 before I started going to the gym and exercising a little bit and starting to give a shit. I was right around 230 pounds, I think like 228. Now I'm down to 206. This shirt right here, this is a large. And there's room. I've worn it 3 times just to try it on, just to see if it fits. So I've washed it literally 3 times. So it's not like it's a super used, worn shirt. Like, it still feels brand new, but it's a large, you know? Like, I'm down to like 206 pounds. If I could get down to like 190, that'd be the shit. You know, I think I would be at peak Errr at about 190. I feel like I'd be running on all cylinders. You know, some people might think for my height, 190 is kind of heavy, but it's like, motherfucker, you haven't seen my legs. My legs are all muscle. They're just beef. Just beef. Anyways, so like really 190 would be super good for me, I think. I want to be a healthy pudge. I don't want to be jacked. I don't want to be ripped. I just want to be a healthy pudge. You know, whenever I do have kids, I want to be able to run around with them. You know, my friend had a kid. I call her my niece. I'd like to be able to run around with her when she's able to. You know, like, you know what I mean? And not be like, after 20 seconds. You know what I mean? So, you know, I bought this shirt in November of 2019 at a wrestling show, Impact Wrestling show. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to get a large. At the time, I couldn't fit in a large, but I was like, I'm going to get a large. That way, one day, I'll be able to fit into this large. And I have something to look forward to. I'm in the large. You know what I mean? I bought, I was a size 38 waist when I started. I bought a pair of size 34 pants before I could fit in them, just to be like, one day, soon, I'm going to fit in these, and I can now. So I went from a size 38 to a 34, went from a size double XL, XL double XL, to like now I could fit in a large, extra large. Like an extra large, depending on the brand and shirt and fabric, is semi-baggy. You know, whereas when I first started this, they weren't tight, but they were not as baggy, you know. So it's like goals, man. Make a goal and stick with it. You know, especially like me and exercise, it's like everybody wants to lose weight in 20 minutes. You know, like they want to go to the gym 2 times, wake up and be 50 pounds lighter and put on, 4 inches of muscle around their arms and chest and shit. And so that's just unrealistic. Whereas me, I'm just going, tortoise racing it. You know what I mean? Just slow progressions. I don't care. I'm in no rush. I'm not on the brink of death because of my weight, So it's like I'm just taking it slow. Just taking it slow. You know what I mean? And, it took a little while to figure out what to do to lose weight. I cut out sugar and try to stay away from the sweets more now. I still have my days where I eat like a fat kid. Like today, I had pizza and wings because you got it. You know what I mean? Like, some people take dieting way too serious, and that's fine. But it's like, eventually you're going to quit because you don't like it. And if you're not rewarding yourself throughout the week, or at the end of the week, then what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, you put in all this work all week, you kind of watch what, like me, for example. I kind of watch what I eat. I've been trying not to eat like super fried things, or, I've been trying to bake things more or eat more chicken instead of beef, because chicken's better for you. So it's like at the end of the week, and go to the gym and exercise and, do what you gotta do. So it's like at the end of the week, fuck yeah, I'm gonna have fucking Wendy's, a fucking double Baconator with some fucking French fries and a root beer. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that. And fuck you if you fucking want to judge me. You know, like, it is what it is. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to be jacked. I'm not trying to be Arnold. I'm just trying to be a healthy pudge. You know, ripple of a six-pack, which I'm starting to get. I'm not that guy to just pull my shirt up and flex my stomach muscles and shit, you know. That's just not me. Yeah, it's just not me, so I won't do that. But I did want you to see that I am wearing a large shirt. Like, this is a large. I don't know how close I could get the tag. I don't know if it says it on the tag now. Shit. Oh yeah, it does. Large. But so yeah, man. I just wanted to make this episode of the Sesh just to be like, yo, if you have any dreams or aspirations, just keep those shits going. Just keep them going. Fuck everybody. They don't matter when it comes to that shit. Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like my YouTube channel. Hardly any of my friends support my YouTube channel. Does it stop me? No. Would I like them to? Yeah. Am I going to beg them to? No. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it with or without them. That's who I am. You know? And I think everybody should have that mentality when it comes to dreams or aspirations. I'm also going to start writing the lyrics for the Errr soon. I've been thinking of the concept for the song. I finally figured it out. So yeah, that'll be a good time. So that's another goal I have that I'm going to try to complete relatively soon. So yeah, this is this episode of the Sesh, man. Leave some comments below on what your dreams or aspirations may be. Have you achieved them? What did it take for you to get there? Let me know. I'm interested. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Until next time, folks, stay safe. Thank you once again, Miracle Herb. That's another goal of mine. When I started the PayPal thing, the donation thing, I forget how many subscribers I had, 500 or 600 or something. But I was like, if I could get half of them to donate $1 a month, that would be $300 a month, or $250 a month. Now I have like 780. So if I could get half of them to donate $1 a month, that's like $350 a month or so. It's pretty damn good, you know, for, you know, people just donating $1 a month. $1 a month. Somebody left a comment in my video, Fishaholics. He said, yeah, man, I usually like these smaller channels because you're not like pushing Patreon and shit. And I was like, well, yo, man, I mean, if you want to donate to my PayPal, I won't be upset. The links are in the descriptions, you know. Like I don't usually push it, you know, because I feel like, you know, I don't know, maybe I should. Maybe I should fucking start pushing it. Who knows? I just don't want to be that guy where it's like, oh, all he cares about is PayPal donations. And it's like, well, clearly not, because I've been doing it with hardly any fucking donations this whole time. But thank you so much, Miracle Herb. I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who watches this. I hope you guys have a great night out there, and stay safe. Peace.